When you grow tall, you very often stand out in the crowd. However, in the world of professional basketball players, being tall gets a really new meaning. Here we present a list of those who stand really tall and have been noted along the way as NBA Top 10 Tallest Players. 10. Boban Marjanovic, 7 feet 4 inches. This player should have been some years ago, and that would certainly give him a great place among the best of the best in that sport. When Boban first came to the basketball spotlight, he was playing in the European League and was doing his thing. After being taken to the NBA, he lost some of his superpowers as the rules are a little bit different. His height and weight did not give him opportunity to outrun smaller and faster opponents, so what has become his strength has also become his curse. However, that giant did not lose his good humor and is highly appreciated by fans and his teammates. He's always smiling and playing countless jokes while sitting on the bench, waiting for his big chance. So far, his average has been around 10 minutes per game, and it does not look as if it is going to get any better. Maybe he will be able to find another way making good money on his height, as he has already taken part in the super production John Wick 3, where he had an opportunity to play together with Keanu Reeves. Well, that is an experience anyone would like to go through, isn't it? Hey, if you want to learn some more facts about your favorite players, subscribe to our channel and like it, just to make sure you will not miss any of our other videos and ideas. Pavel Podkolzin, 7 feet 5 inches. Pavel Podkolzin started playing basketball in Russia. From there, after a short episode of playing for Italy, he came to the 2004 NBA draft. He got picked as the 21st, but did not actually stay with the Utah Jazz that had drafted him. On the same day, he was transferred to the Mavericks, however not for long. Pavel's NBA career lasted only for 6 games in Dallas, which sum up to 28 minutes of actual action on the court. And the history made a full circle, as he is now playing professionally in Russia again. Nevertheless, he has been a part of the NBA family for a short moment, so his 7 feet and 5 inches have been noted in its history. 8. Sim Pular, 7 feet 5 inches. This player did not show outstanding skills while being in the NBA for a short while. However, his Indian roots helped him to get to it in the first place. According to some sources, it was Vivek Ranadive, the guy who owes Sacramento Kings and comes from India himself, who pulled some strings and made Pular play for his team in the Summer League games. It was for sure great marketing touch, as this Indian player was the first professional in the NBA coming from that part of the world. It all ended up only 1-day contract and 3 minutes of game, yet still got Sim onto our list and onto the cards of the NBA records history. 7. Chuck Nevitt, 7 feet 5 inches. Chuck Nevitt was a popular basketball player between the 80s and 90s, and once again mostly thanks to his outstanding size. It was a craze to have a photo with a man that makes you look like a doll. Although he spent 9 seasons in the NBA, playing for Los Angeles Lakers, Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons, and San Antonio Spurs, he managed to come out in as few as 155 games. His greatest success was being a part of the Lakers in their run for championship in 1985, which also gave him the title of the tallest ever player with a champion title. During his professional career, he was strongly supported by his sister Lynn, who is a basketball player too. 6. Slava Kravchenko, 7 feet 6 inches. Slava Kravchenko was lucky enough to have been the second really tall player, just a year after Yao Ming, a Chinese extra tall guy, came onto the NBA stage. Kravchenko was born in Montenegro and started his career at the age of 17. He was extremely tall, and that made him caught the attention during the 2003 NBA draft. As Yao had been a great revelation just the year before and was of the same height, the Knicks decided to give Slavka a chance, and that is how he eventually got drafted. The 39th overall. Unfortunately, whatever his Chinese colleague had, Kravchenko was not that good. Even his extraordinary 7 feet 6 inches was not of much help, and in the middle of that season, he had to leave the team. After that, he played for the Trailblazers, but not for longer than 3 minutes in total. As you can see, although this player spent 20 years of his life playing basketball, he turned out to be signed on the cards of the NBA history, mostly thanks to his height. 5. Sean Bradley, 7 feet 6 inches. This player is on the NBA records list for more than one reason. He's exceptionally tall, he has also become one of the best blockers in history. He managed to block 14 shots in an NCAA game, and that made him break the record, which has not been beaten until this day. A guy with 7.6 can do it well, and he has proved it. While playing under the rim, he was often attacked by his opponents, yet who can blame them for it? He was also one of the characters chosen for the Space Jam movie in 1996 as a basketball player whose skills are taken over by the space creatures. It was a great compliment as he started next to such NBA legend as Michael Jordan. Bradley played 9 seasons for Dallas, but also for Philadelphia 76ers or New Jersey Nets. He had the average of 8.1 points, with 6.3 rebounds and 2.5 blocks. In 2001, he took part in the 2001 Eurobasket as a member of a German national basketball team. It was possible thanks to his German roots and the citizenship. 4. Yao Ming, 7 feet 6 inches. On the list, we have already had a guy with Indian, German, and Russian roots. This time a person that comes from China. Yao Ming is 7 feet 6 inches, and that made him an incredibly interesting player for the NBA managers. But his professional career was not a coincidence. Yao was born in the country where not many things happen without a reason. His parents, who were both very tall and both played basketball, were a perfect match for each other. This is why the authorities of the socialist regime decided that they should get married and have children, believing that genes would produce someone extraordinary. And they could not have been more right in that matter. Yao obtained that incredible height and was destined to play basketball. In spite of not being as great fun himself at the beginning, Ming was training and mastering his skills in basketball day by day, under the attentive eyes of his supervisors and especially chosen trainers. With years, he became one of the best centers, and his size was not an obstacle to move smoothly and play brilliantly. In 2002, he took part in the NBA draft and got into Houston Rockets. Now the huge bunch of his Asian fans got even bigger, as he easily gained appreciation and love of the basketball fans all around the world. In 2016, his jersey was hung in the Hall of Fame, although Yao himself was forced to break his professional career at the age of 30 due to numerous health problems. He had countless knee injuries as his legs were not strong enough to hold such a body. Next came problems with his back, and that definitely crossed the line. Yao Ming had the average of 19 points, 9.2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 2 blocks per game. A lot of people all around the world will always remember him as the greatest ambassador of basketball in Asia. Taha Fall, 7 feet 6 inches. Another name on our list belongs to a player who originally comes from Senegal. Taha Fall was born on 10th of December 1995. And just a few years later, when this boy was playing basketball in high school, the world of social media got crazy over the photograph of him standing under the basket and holding a rim with his hands. All of that while standing with both of his feet on the solid ground. No wonder the people from the university leagues and the NBA got highly interested in that young player. Eventually, Taha Fall spent 4 years at the University of Central Florida, getting much better day by day, training hard and improving his skills. It all got him to receiving the title of the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year in 2017. After overcoming a shoulder injury in his junior year, Fall played with Nice during his senior season. He helped the team to gain the first victory in NCAA. No wonder he appeared in the NBA 2019 draft, where he held the record for his height or wingspan. Despite its results, he was not drafted. However, the Boston Celtics decided to give him a go, and he played for them in the summer season. His debut was on the 26th of October. It was a game with New York Knicks, when Taha managed to score 4 points in 4 minutes of his play, together with 3 rebounds. He has also gained the fans' appreciation and is now one of their favorite players they are waiting to see on the court and in action. Manon Ball, 7 feet 7 inches. Manon Ball was the highest ever player when he first got to the NBA. He comes from a tribe in South Sudan, known from their exceptional height. And is 7 feet 7 inches, that is his main asset on the court. Together with extremely long limbs, it gave him possibilities no one else had during the game. However, he was also kinda slim with 220 pounds, what made him more fragile during the attacks of much better built players. However, his strength turned out to be blocking. In his first season, he managed to proceed with 397 of them, and during the years he held the record of the highest number of blocks per minute. That makes him the only player in the whole NBA history to have more blocks than scores in his 10-year-long professional career. Unfortunately, his incredible height also was the main cause of his death in 2010. He will always be remembered for his charity work and his involvement in many actions in his homeland. He wanted to make it a better place and invested in schools and development centers, fighting for rights. Morrison, 7 feet 7.5 inches. And so we come to the top of our list. the tallest ever man playing in the NBA, George Morrison. The guy who is able to take a sneak peek on the person in the bathroom next door without even stepping on the toilet. At least, that is what Chris Webber says. George Morrison got that tall not thanks to his genes, but because of pituitary gland disorder. He got to the NBA League in 1993 after being selected by the Washington Bullets. His height gave him the first place on the list of the tallest professional basketball players and put him ahead of Manon Ball, the one who had been the tallest until his arrival. Those two were even playing on the court together, but not for long as Manon was just finishing his career. It took Morrison some time to get to the level of game he was presenting at the top, but thanks to his hard work, he obtained the title of the Most Improved Player in 1996. His average was 9.8 points and 6.4 rebounds. Unfortunately, as many other players of such size, Morrison has had a lot of health problems along the way. In the season 1997-1998, he had to quit due to a back injury. He came back after 2 years, yet still his injuries kept appearing and he took part in only 30 games in the 1999-2000 season. As he is known to be a person of great humor and always ready to have fun, Morrison is the fans' and teammates' favorite. He even took a role in the comedy My Giants, a film directed by Michael Lehman, in which he played alongside Billy Crystal. So we got to the top of the top when it comes to the tallest players in the NBA history. We are already working on, so subscribe to our channel and like it if you are ready for some more facts. We are coming back soon. Coming back.